It's that time of the year again, guys. It's around the corner. It's next week by the time of this recording. E3 is coming up. And just like the previous years, I want to go ahead and say my hopes, my dreams that will fall down and die because they never come true. So what I have here is a list of things I hope to see, or we'll know that we'll see, and just kind of want to see, you know, hopefully we can be able to see some of the things. Anyways, it's a little bit of a list, so some of it I'll explain why, other times I'll just say, you know, hopefully they'll just show this and I'll move on to the next one. But let's get right down to it. So one of the games, let me see if I can be able to pull it up around here, because I know I have. Okay, so one of the games I'm kind of hoping they'll be able to show off sometime is, it's a little dark here, by the way. I apologize that two of my light bulbs kind of went out, so, and I thought I had a few spare light bulbs, and apparently I don't, so I have to go and buy some. So I do apologize if it seems a little dark here, or my face is very shadowy and mysterious. Anyways, one of the games I kind of hope that Sony can reveal, and I'm pretty sure that it's not going to happen, but you never know, because I know Dave Jaffe, he's even though he did direct most of these games, he said it himself that Sony is the one that owns them, and they could do whatever they want with them. But I do hope we can get another new installment of the Twisted Metal series. Now, I have my mixed opinions when it came to Twisted Metal on the PlayStation 3. It was a good game, a great multiplayer game, and it still had the feeling of Twisted Metal. However, there were a few things about this game that did kind of set me a little bit off edge. One of the big complaints, and I know a lot of people had this complaints, were the lack of characters in this game. You only had 3 drivers, but so many cars, and the one thing that made Twisted Metal so good were its characters and its stories. Twisted Metal knew how to do that, and sadly Twisted Metal on PS3 didn't deliver on that. It was still a good game, but it wasn't really well received because of little nitpicks like that. But I do hope that Twisted Metal can make a comeback on PlayStation 4. It's been doing pretty well with Twisted Metal Black on the PlayStation 2, on PlayStation 4 shop area of the PSN. So hopefully that will be a bit of a sign of some hope that Sony knows that there's demand for a new Twisted Metal. I think it's about time to get us a new one. Either it'll be a remaster, hopefully a Twisted Metal 2. I'm still waiting for a remake of Twisted Metal 2. I know there's people out there that are sick of remakes and remasters, but if there's one that I really want so bad, it will be Twisted Metal 2, or give us a brand new Twisted Metal game. Well, you never know. Okay, so the next game I'm hoping that they'll tease or reveal, and I really don't know if this is going to be one of those years for it, because the last game did kind of come out not long ago, but it's been about 2 years. Well, I want to say 2 years, but more like a year and a half. So I can understand if they're not ready for a new one yet, but it's getting close to it, and I'm kind of craving for a new one in a way. But hopefully Ubisoft can be able to reveal Watch Dogs 3. Now, why Watch Dogs 3? Well, even though that Watch Dogs 1 had a bad reputation and wasn't as well received, Watch Dogs 2 did indeed improve the first one. And I think Watch Dogs 2 was a hell of a lot better than what the first one was. And that's saying a little bit out of me, because I actually did enjoy Watch Dogs 1. I can understand some of the problems that Watch Dogs did have, and I am happy they improved a lot of the issues in the second game. And this game was pretty fun. It was repetitive at times, but it was more of a fun experience than the first one was. I still go back to this game once in a while, doing some of the online play, or I replay some of the fun missions that I had. But I think it's time for Watch Dogs to move on to a third installment, and they already kind of tease for a third one once in a while. That makes me think that they are already working on the third game. Some people are thinking it might take place in London. That'd be kind of interesting. And who knows? I mean, if they're already working on Watch Dogs 3, then I can expect something coming out of it. But then again, who knows? It might also be another game that I'll be getting onto here pretty shortly. Now, the next game I'm pretty sure we already know will show up on E3 this year, but there's one thing I'm really hoping for, and hopefully this will be the time that they will do it. Kingdom Hearts has been one of the best games I've played in a long time. It's one of my most favorite RPG series of all time. And Kingdom Hearts 3, even though it's been over the horizon and it's looking better and better and more finished, each and every trailer and gameplay that we see, I think it's about time, hopefully, we'll get a release date this E3. Because it's finally a thing. Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally a thing, even though we've been waiting for it. And I have played the side games, I have played the handhelds, and the ones I haven't played, such as Birth by Sleep, was able to play through the HD remixes. So I'm caught up, I'm ready for it, and I think it's about time Square Enix to give us that release date. They're saying that it's pretty much done, you got the voice actors already doing their parts, it's looking good. I think it's time for a release date, don't you think? Okay, so this one is coming from Sega. I'm not expecting it to be revealed, but it is going to be one of those highly anticipated games I'm pretty sure some people will be looking at, despite recent sales and such. But this is a game that I'm really curious about. They did announce they're doing a game like this a little while back, and if it's true they've been working on it, they should at least have something to show off by now. Sega did announce that they're continuing with their Alien license, and it's not Alien Isolation 2, sadly, but previous E3s I was hoping they would show something Alien related. Was Alien Isolation 2, but no. They did announce they were going to be making a new Aliens game that's a shooter, and hopefully it will not be another Colonial Marines. It's being developed, I don't remember by who, it's the different developer this time. But they did reveal they're doing a new shooter style Alien game, and I'm really curious what this game will be. And hopefully it's a lot better than the previous shooter that we got. So the next one is back to Ubisoft, and this is the other title I mentioned back on Watch Dogs. I'm hoping that they will say something about Splinter Cell. Now, y'all can say what you want about Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, but I'm looking forward to some game series that we haven't seen in a little while. And from the DLC of Ghost Recon, hiccups. We got a DLC that has Sam Fisher, and it ended in a way that seems like it's leaning into a new Splinter Cell game. Now, it would be really cool if we were able to get a new Splinter Cell. Hopefully it gets back to its roots, and we do have the original voice actor of Sam Fisher doing his role of on Ghost Recon. So hopefully a new Splinter Cell, maybe. If it isn't Watch Dogs 3, then most likely it will be Splinter Cell. Okay, so another one again for Ubisoft, and this one just depends. I doubt they will reveal anything with this, because I think they're saying there's going to be 2 more IPs coming out this year. But this could be another IP they could be making out for next year or something. But you never know. I mean, that could go for Splinter Cell or Watch Dogs 3. That could be later on down the road. But this could be one that talks about be coming out this year. Who knows? I don't know anything about when it comes to Ubisoft and their reveals, because they like to delay, they like to show a little more, they like to create the hype and make it all mean-tastic, and it's very cringy. Anyways, one of the other games I'm hoping that they could probably reveal is a brand new Rayman game. It's been a little bit of a while since Rayman Legends was actually released, and they're still kind of milking on the cow because they re-released it again on the Switch, the definitive edition, but it's still Rayman Legends. Even though these games were great, I loved Origins, I love Legends. I think it's time for a brand new Rayman game, don't you think? And even if it's going to be the same formula as Origins and Legends, maybe make a new 3D Rayman game. I mean, we haven't had one of those in a while. So the next one I'm expecting probably will be, since they're done with, well, they're still working on Injustice and stuff, but since they already released the Ultimate Edition and stuff, that's usually a sign that they're moving on to a new game. And I think NetherRealm will be making a new Mortal Kombat. It's been a while since Mortal Kombat X has been out. It's been a couple years now. And I think it's time for them to make a new Mortal Kombat 11 probably. Now, Mortal Kombat has been one of my favorite fighting franchises in a while, and I think them adding new third-party characters kind of adds into that hype as of late when it comes to the fans and fans of the third-party part, because I haven't really played a Mortal Kombat game in a while, but Mortal Kombat X drew me back in because they were having the Predator and the Alien in it. I was like, that's really cool. I really love the Alien franchise, and Predator's pretty cool as well. But that did got me back into Mortal Kombat, and I did enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to see if they release something that comes as a new Mortal Kombat game. That'd be pretty cool. So it's gonna be no secret, I think they will show a trailer of the new Medieval for the PlayStation 4. I loved that game so much when I was little. And this is gonna be a remaster of the first game, I believe. Aside of Spyro, this was a game that kind of blew me away. I didn't expect him to expect this game series to come back. So when it comes to Medieval, hopefully they could be able to show a trailer how the game's looking, how it's, you know, compared to the original PlayStation 1. Because they only gave us a teaser with a little tiny snippet of gameplay, like a very tiny snippet. It wasn't really anything at all. But I'm hope to see a good trailer of Medieval, and that alone will make my day. Now, another thing for Sony, it seems like some people had completely forgotten this was a thing now, because it was announced a while back, and there's been no word of it ever since the Ratchet & Clank movie kind of bombed a bit. But I'm hoping they could be able to say something for the Sly Cooper movie. That's something that not a lot of people have been talking about lately. Sony hasn't even mentioned anything about the Sly Cooper movie. And it's getting to the point that I'm a little worried that that movie might have been canceled. But again, there's been no word about it whatsoever for the Sly Cooper movie. And if they are going to continue on with this movie, I'm pretty sure this E3 is the time to say something about the Sly Cooper movie. Because they did that once before with Ratchet & Clank. Hopefully they'll do something with Sly Cooper. Now, another game that I'm hoping to see, this will not really be in E3, but hopefully it'll be something that could be talked about outside of E3, but it's kind of their own thing. But Earth Defense Force. There's a new Earth Defense Force in the horizon, the 5th one, and there's also a new Americanized Earth Defense Force game as well. Hopefully we could be able to hear some stuff about that. But it's whatever, you know, that's kind of their own thing. And it's hard to say, but hopefully you'll hear some more about Earth Defense Force. Now, I don't know anything about when it comes to Digimon, because Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory recently came out, but they did say that they're working on a brand new Digimon game, and it will be fully made for the PlayStation 4. The Vita will finally be dropped when it comes to this Digimon game, so they're making a game from the ground up, from the PlayStation 4's power. And I really want to know what this new Digimon game is like. Some people are thinking, oh, might not make a difference. Well, Digimon World New Order did make some improvements for the PS4 version, and you can see it. Graphically, you can see it, and it looks beautiful. But if they're making a game from the ground up for PlayStation 4, I'm excited to see if they're able to say anything about this brand new Digimon game by Bandai Namco. Now, when it comes to indies, there's only one indie game I'm really keeping my eye on, and no, that's not Undertale, so don't worry about that. Oddworld. Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I am really looking forward to this new this remake of the second Oddworld game, or should be called Oddworld Soulstorm. They've been holding off gameplay for a while. They actually had people play demos of it, but I'm hoping this E3, and they haven't said anything about not being there or anything, but hopefully Oddworld Inhabitants Lore Landing will have some reveal of Oddworld Soulstorm this E3, because I am really looking forward to see how this game looks. Oddworld Abe's Exodus is my all-time, probably my all-time #1 favorite video game ever. And the second place probably be around the Crash Bandicoot series. Oddworld is something I really have a good place in my heart for. I've been playing Oddworld since I was a little kid, and I'm excited to see how this new Oddworld looks. It looks different, looks complex, gets me a little worried, but I'm hearing the people that have played the demo, they're saying don't worry whatsoever. It's going to be exactly the way that you want it. So hopefully some new Oddworld news. Now it's no question whatsoever if Super Smash Bros. For the Switch will be in E3. Of course it will be. They're going to be doing a tournament. They're going to do a trailer. The question still remains though, after amounts of rumors and theories and analysis, is this going to be Super Smash Bros. 4 or is this going to be a brand new Smash? We know that Sakurai will be in E3 this year talking about the game, and he's been in very quiet situation right now, and the game's supposed to release this year. Wow. The thing is, I never really got to talk to too much people about my thoughts on the new Super Smash Bros. I think, to me, this will be a cut between a Smash 4 and Smash 5. It will still be Smash Bros. 4, but it will have new things to it. I'm not going to be saying it's going to be like a deluxe version, you know, like we did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and so on and so forth. This will be treated as a brand new Smash Bros. Game, but we'll still have the same elements, the same characters, some of the same stages and so on built onto this new game. It's going to be like a completely brand new thing, in a way. I know that sounds really confusing, but I'm expecting this to be pretty much Super Smash Bros. 4 in very high steroids. That's all I can say, but until we actually get to see some footage and see how this game is, I'm still thinking this will be a very beefed up Smash 4 than it will be Smash 5, but you never know. Now for another thing for Nintendo, I don't know if we're going to get news this year with E3 about this game or not, but it'll be really hype if they do. Maybe a gameplay trailer of Metroid Prime 4. Hopefully they'll release something about Metroid Prime 4. I'd like to hear some more news about this. Maybe a re-release HD versions of the Metroid Prime trilogy to get us back on the hype train on it. That'd be really cool because I really would like to have HD versions of the first 3 Metroid Prime games. I mean, just saying, that'd be really cool. But Metroid Prime 4, hopefully we'll actually hear something more about this, who the development team is, because rumor has it it's Bandai Namco, and who knows? I mean, that's just up in the air right now with Metroid Prime 4. I'm thinking they'll say something about it, but I don't know how much that something will be. Now, of course, the new Yoshi game. They announced a brand new Yoshi game, and it's been quiet ever since. It's kind of like with Yoshi's Woolly World. They announced it and then it just fell flat for a long while. So far, this new Yoshi game seems to be going through that way again, but hopefully we'll get some news about Yoshi this E3 because I love Yoshi. Yoshi's games have always been cute, always been fun. They're pretty much my Kirby in a way. But anyways, I'm hoping for some news about Yoshi on the Switch. But then again, it's up in the air. Now for Sega again, Team Sonic Racing. I'm pretty sure they're going to have a demo on E3. They already did like a demo. There's been some gameplay, some demos out there going on. But I'd like to know a little more about Team Sonic Racing. I want to know more about the characters, how the gameplay formula is going to be like, some kind of interview or some way in a brand new trailer for Team Sonic Racing. There's some characters I'm hoping will make a return to these to this racing series. I'm talking about characters way back. Tailstar maybe? But either way, I'd like to hear a little more news about this new Sonic Racing game coming out. Now for EA, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about EA. There's only two things. We're kind of, one is just a big hope thing, but I know that this big hope plummeted down not too long ago, actually. But the second one is probably getting there. It's getting there. So let me just go ahead and say my hopes and dreams that will die off within the second I even mention it. I hope they say something about Dead Space. That's a series they've been sitting on for quite a while since last generation, and I'm hoping for at least a Dead Space collection and maybe an announcement for Dead Space 4. Then I know that EA dropped the development team that did make those games, and that's why I say as much as pretty much as soon as I mention the Dead Space name, all bets are lost. You know, it's not going to happen, but one can hope maybe another development team will pick it up and do what they can for it. But who knows? Who knows? It's happened before. Now the other EA game is, I'm expecting Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 3. I'm pretty sure that's on its way to become a thing. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare turned out to be one of the best multiplayer games out, and they did multiplayer right for a while, surprisingly because it's EA. And then Garden Warfare 2 came. That was a pretty fun game. That was pretty enjoyable. And it's gotten a reputation. It's gotten a good reputation, and it has its own fan base. So Garden Warfare 3 isn't impossible. I think that game will be a thing probably. Now, I know some people out there are really excited and curious about The World Ends With You for the Switch. It's going to be a remaster of the DS game. And I do thank Kingdom Hearts 3D for introducing me to the series, because I never heard about this game until that game came out. So The World Ends With You, I'm really curious about this game. I really want to see some stuff about it. And maybe it's up my alley, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But it has a fan base, has a lot of people that like this game, so it's piqued my interest. Now, I know some people will be talking about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. That game has a reputation of some people. You got the good kind that's like me, I was like, you know, this looks pretty cool, I'm gonna give it a try. And I still do play Pokemon Go. I'm one of the 2% that a lot of you claim to be out there saying nobody plays this game anymore. I'm actually one of those people that still play this game, and trust me, there's a lot of people that play this game still. You don't, just because you don't see people out there like when the game first came out playing it 24/7. When it comes to that, yes, that has died down dramatically. But there's still a lot of people playing this game, trust me. So since I still play Pokemon Go, I'm a little interested in how this new game will be. And yes, it's a remake of Pokemon Yellow. It's not a core game series, I know it's a side game, but it's an interesting take. It's something different. I haven't been into Pokemon for a while because it's been the same damn thing in the wild. That's why I've been playing Digimon lately, because I wanted something fresh. This looks fresh. It's probably more casual, of course, but it's something different in the Pokemon series, and I am willing to give it a try. I want to try it out. That doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to the next new core game that they're promising for next year. I'm really curious to see how that will be, but I'm willing to try out Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. Shut up, phone. So hopefully they'll talk a little more about that, how the game will run. A lot of people are afraid it's like Pokemon Go beefed up on the Switch. I think it will have a lot more to do than just that. I think it will play like a core game in a way. A lot of people are just looking more into it as the Go specs, and I'm hoping that this game will be more than just that. I think this game will be more than just that, and people are just looking at the negative side of it. But the Pokemon game, hopefully we'll hear a little more about it, because I'm really curious about it. So Spyro, they'll probably maybe show us some more stuff, maybe a new trailer for Spyro 2, and they'll talk more about how Spyro, the Spyro remasters are going. Maybe some gameplay. It'd be really cool if there's some gameplay out there for Spyro, just to get the feel of it, see if they're let's see if we're running into any issues like we did with the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy when it comes to gameplay. But, you know, hopefully some more news about Spyro. Now, I know some people are not holding hope for this, but this is almost a crime to not at least want it. Animal Crossing for the Switch. I love the New Leaf. I loved Animal Crossing New Leaf so much. I know it's going to be a little hard to top that probably, but I know knowing Nintendo, they always done the impossible. Animal Crossing on the Switch will be pretty cool, and I think they can also do what they're going to do with Pokemon Let's Go. They could try to have a feature where it can be able to cross over with the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which I also play, which is a really fun game. I love Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And if they're able to do some stuff between the two of those, That'd be pretty cool as well. But Animal Crossing for the Switch, hopefully they'll show something about that. Not saying that they will, but you never know. And last and not least, let me just say this. Let me just say this first. During that Nintendo Direct, when they announced Luigi's Mansion, I was all happy. I was like, yes! And then it was for the 3DS. I'm like, why? Why? I can understand they're using the same engine from Dark Moon. I can understand that it's easier to make, it's quicker to make, blah, 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 blah. But a lot of people wanted Luigi's Mansion on the Switch. And I don't know why they didn't just do that. So I'm hoping for two things here, this E3. They'll do a HD version of Luigi's Mansion on the Nintendo Switch that will release the same time as the 3DS version. So that way, you know, the people that don't have a Switch yet, they'll have the 3DS version whatsoever. You know, kind of something like that. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but Nintendo is weird. Okay, Nintendo is weird like that, and I'm just trying to think like them a little bit. But they could do that, or and they could be making a brand new Luigi's Mansion 3 exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. Because if they do it for the 3DS, I have no idea why. I'm gonna be honest, the 3DS is dying. They say they're gonna continue supporting it, but I'm not seeing it. It's almost looking like they're slowly killing off the 3DS while they're putting hard focus on the Switch. This is something they should have done back on the Wii U, but they never did. But now they're doing it. The 3DS is slowly falling into the great abyss, and then the Switch is rising up. So if they were going to release a brand new Luigi's Mansion, I think it will be for the Switch. So anyways, that's my thoughts on E3. That's my hopes for E3 at least. Again, most of the time they're usually wrong, but that's fine because I always like to be surprised. I like to see if my expectations come true or not. But either way, hopefully E3 will be a good one this year. And I'd like to hear your thoughts. What are you hoping for E3 this year? Do some of the things you're thinking of make it to my list? I'd like to hear what you're thinking of. And of course, yes, I want to say this, Death Stranding. I really want to see that. Let me see some gameplay of that, Kojima, please. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.